going forward, we are putting in a system comparable to any credit scoring system that you have. And this is going to bring down cost of
what is a credit score for those who don't know? What is a credit
score? Is they're going to look at you individual, look at your risk, the risk associated with you as an individual.
How do they? What are the factors? What do they look out for in determining a person's credit score?
If you have a steady stream of income.
So you must have a job.
Not necessarily a job. You can also be an entrepreneur who.
Yeah, you have a job.
That's fine.
You have a job.
You have a job.
So you must have.
You have shown that.
Please, so that those who are watching can follow us. So you must demonstrate that you have a steady flow of income. You must demonstrate that.
That's
so you must have a source of income.
That's one of it.
Okay.
Another one. Show that in the past, or you have a propensity to repay credit when it's given to you.
Okay.
Such that if I take, let's say, for want of a better example, quick loan on MTN, right? Now your Ghana card is linked to your phone number. So they can trace so that this person, last time they borrowed quick loan, or I mean some other financing that is easily accessible. Did they actually meet the terms? Once you keep meeting the terms, your scoring goes high. But once you default, it means that you are not a very good customer to be given credit to. Your credit comes low. And so it means that when you have a lower score, it means that the risk in giving you credit, it's much higher. And so in pricing the credit to you, you have to pay a bigger interest rate to make up for the risk or the exposure that you're putting into the person granting you the loan.
Let me see if I can summarize what you said. And if I'm wrong, please correct me.
I will.
So the credit score, well, first of all, and I'm just going back to what you said. You must demonstrate that you have a steady flow of income.
Sure.
Okay. 2, you must show your credit history. So you must have a credit history. And a credit history simply means that you have been taking loans or facilities.
But you see,
credit.
over there, right, there's always going to be a first time.
Well, no, we'll get to the first time. Right. I just wanted to, so that people will follow us.
Okay.
So you must demonstrate that you have a history of taking loans or facilities on credit. And that you either meet the terms or you don't meet the terms.
Right.
So the more you meet the terms when they are due, that's if you don't behave like Ghana, and you meet your terms when they are due, you have a good credit score. Not so. And if you do not meet the terms, that is if you behave like Ghana, you do not have a good credit score. Is that it? You ignore the Ghana, you ignore the Ghana one. I think that's a problem for you. But that was the only example that would come to mind. But that's what it means, right?
You see,
if you meet your obligations, you have a good score.
Beyond that,
you don't meet your obligation, you don't have a good score.
Beyond that, like I mentioned earlier, there's always a first time.
No, I just wanted us to clear this and get to the first.
Oh time. Yes, I mean we are going.
Then for those who have never taken a facility, a loan or anything, or do not have a history, what happens?
So, like I said, there's always a first time. So the first time you get into the market, your pricing will take into consideration the risk exposure. The risk exposure being the risk of you not meeting. So you tend to, like when we went to the Euro market the first time in 2007, because it was our first time, certainly the risk was much higher for those who were lending us money. And so this is factored in the interest rate. Over time, when you show that you are credit worthy, it hits down on
so when you don't have history.
That is why when we go to the same market to do bonds, a country like ours is seen as with a bigger risk than maybe the advanced nations like the US or Japan. So they pay much.
No, it's not because we are new.
I'm saying that the risk exposure to the market, that's what the market determines.
Yeah, but inherent in what I wanted you to happen is that inherent in this thing is that when you don't have a credit history, the cost of borrowing to you is high.
Of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
that's the point that I've made.
You must have a
you
credit
build
history.
it over time.
Okay.
You build it over time.
Okay.
For those of us who Probably I've been fortunate to be out there for a bit. It's so. You start
So
by
for those
small,
who have
small
never
purchases.
taken a loan
You
before.
get a credit card. You get a credit card. At first, the interest rate is very high. Over time, as you go up, then you can
All right.
be able to swap it for cards with lower interest. And so these are some of the interventions that the people.
So you must then try to start taking credit.
Consciously
be
people do.
taking
In markets,
things on loan.
in advanced markets, consciously people do. Just so they will have it cuts down on the cost of credits that they get.
Okay, all right, okay.
And so these are the fundamentals that we are building
I've never used a
for an
credit
economy
card.
like ours.
Anyway,
You've never used a
I
credit
have
card.
never.
Only I have one
Only debits.
I have one from a local bank. That
Only
I use.
debits. I've never used
And
it.
it's good.
I
Well,
can't
I've
sleep
used a
when I owe.
temporary one. I know I've
Yes.
used a